So anyway, programs, huh? I got them on here, you got them on your devices. I got a bunch of them. I got a bunch of files, so don't ever think I don't have folders and files and documents. Don't ever let anybody tell you that. You're asking me about fucking Windows? Welcome to Windows? What do you mean? I've been in Windows since 1995, baby. And so everything, I just broke everything, so I hope nobody was using everything, because as for the status of it, it's broken by me. You weren't using it right anyway. Bingo was his name. I'm talking to you about my friend Bingo, who was recently found dead. Under what I would say were pretty mysterious circumstances, so yeah, his dick was caught in a mousetrap for like, I think it was like 96 hours. And Bingo was his name-o. Is that how the song goes? Who the fuck is Bingo? Bingo was his name? So tell us a little more about him. What are the other lyrics to that song? Like is it on Genius? Can you get the lyrics on Genius? Let me look. Yeah, oh we do. We do have analysis. Fine. Oh, there's no analysis. I like to provide my input. I don't want my real name attached to it. Because what if I say something incorrect and then I get banned? And then they delete my social security number. Isn't that what that leads to? You lied on Genius.com. You're no longer a US citizen. Well, if you're here, for my bread recipes, I don't know, just take a bunch of grain. I don't know, like, I haven't really thought about bread very much recently. I've been getting more into, just like dust bunnies and like scraps on the floor and like, little morsels and like dust and like small pellets, sometimes dead bugs or spiders. That's kind of more my areas of interest at this point in time. Don't worry about it. Do something else with your time. Abuse substances, like consume content. I guess it's interesting to go through a phase where that just doesn't seem like interesting anymore, even though not very long ago it was. So you're like, what changed? And by you, I guess I just mean me. Maybe I don't know you. I don't care about you. I hope that you get picked up by a garbage truck accidentally. I hope something real fucking weird happens to you. Just so that we don't get too cozy. I'm here to make your life worse, not better. And it would be a conflict of interest if, like, we liked each other. Do you know what I mean? So we have to be, unwitting bedfellows in this strange dance. This is the existence I've made for myself. And I like it. It's chill. Well, you can call me on my cell phone, which you used to do. My number is 207-939-8528. So these are just the kinds of things that you're not gonna find on. Were you gonna watch fucking Goo Goo Gaga or whoever's on here now? I mean, I'm a baby too. Like, I'm not making fun of them for being babies. I'm just saying they're out here. We out here. We babies, we out here. Represent. Once a baby, always a baby. But yeah, I just learned shapes today, and I'm excited to see more of what shapes have to offer. I'm told that at some point down the line, I'm going to be starting to work with colors and numbers. And I'm really looking forward to that opportunity as well. Thanks, I'm a baby. Goo Goo Gaga and good night. That was all a fucking ruse. I'm not a baby. And to think you believed it. Like, you need to You need to close your mind a little bit. You'll believe anything. So, here's something you can believe, and you have my word. It's time to do time check, and it's not time to do anything else. It's not time to go to the 7-Eleven and buy bugles and put them on your fingers and act like a witch. It's not time to do that. It's not time to call up your uncle and get in an argument about the Iraq War. He's pro-war. He's still a clinger on. He's a real Chris Hitchens on this shit. He's Hitchensing it. And you call him up, you say they shouldn't have done it. 1 million dead Iraqis. It's bad. And then he might say, well, Saddam was a dictator and he had to be taken out for human rights reasons. But don't do that. Because what you can be doing is finding out what time it is. We're going to be utilizing 2 things. A clock here in the corner, and our friend, the host of Time Check, who is contractually, eternally the host of Time Check, Slurp Von Lipstick. I hope he gets run over by a car. I hope he gets stuck by a pitchfork. I hope he falls in a garbage. It's me, Slurp Von Lipstick, coming to you live from Time. So the time is available to me in various clock interfaces. I'm reporting here live, equidistant between 3 different clocks I could check. Not quite equidistant, I just thought it'd be fun to use that word. So there's the clock on the entertainment center, there's the clock on the computer, and there's the clock on the cell phone. So many choices, there's so many things I can do with my life. It's like, everything's possible. So basically what I can tell you is that currently and at no other time other than 11:03 a.m. is at 11:03. This happens only twice a day. That's 2 more times than you would think, right? Like, you wouldn't think, if nobody told you about time, you wouldn't come up with it, right? You wouldn't be like, oh, a piece of dust flew by, that must have taken an amount of something to occur. You wouldn't then think, oh yeah, it was like a second probably. That would be an insane thing to think. So the fact that we have so many different times and so many different types, so many different minutes and so many seconds, it's great. It could have been a different way. And you might be wondering, why is this version of Time Check being shot mockumentary style? I have several injuries. But part of it involves not sitting down. So what happened was I was driving a sports car. I tried to do a cool jump like in the Hot Wheels game. I saw a jump that looked like the Hot Wheels game, and I said, this is just like the Hot Wheels game. And I thought I was in the Hot Wheels game. I was confused. Went through the jump, drove my car right into the Hudson. And when they got me out, they basically dropped me from the helicopter into a building that was actually burning. And basically the door on the helicopter was not secured, and so I came tumbling down, ass first, into the flames of this horrible, horrible tragedy. I understand, like, 200 people died. They're calling it the new, like, Triangle Shirtwaist Fire, the thing that happened. You'll hear about it at some point, but that is tragic. Don't get me wrong, but, like, my whole area got bad from that, though. See you later. Could be a little bit more considerate, with the operation here, the production. Come on, show a little decorum. Why don't you go back to the farm you were raised in, where you abuse web cameras? I'm sorry, he's an easy guy to not like, and then he does something like that, and you're like, yes, this solidifies my preconceived notions about this man. I'm so mad I'm spitting on my own keyboard. This isn't acting. This is real life. This is like real world road rules. Except it's just one guy. But he's real worlding himself. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's an internal battle. That would be a really interesting idea for what? What would that be an interesting idea for? It couldn't be a reality show. Unless he spent a bunch of time with like a bunch of different therapists who all represent some aspect of his psyche, and they all role play as that facet of his psyche. and then they live in a house together. And they do like beanbag races too sometimes, just for ratings. And then the person whose psyche it's based off of, they get $1 million. I don't know how they're involved. Maybe, I guess they're cured. Most expensive therapy patient. The internet is not real at all. If the internet was real, don't you think everyone would be really smart by now? It's just a bunch of web pages that I'm making that people are going to. Everybody thought this whole thing where like you have to like have billions of dollars to like run Twitter. It's all fake. It's just a website I started in 2000. And the whole like Jack Elon Musk thing, it's all part of an ARG I put together to promote it. Yeah, I'm just making them. Even all the comments you see, I'm writing those too. I'm making all of the porn myself. You might ask how I'm doing that one. It's a completely different kind of compartment. So, if you want to donate to me, you can give me. I don't know what I would want. What do I want? I'll have. I don't need money. Well, I might need money. Yeah, give me money instead. Give me if you have a I like a tardigrade. I think it'd be cool to have a tardigrade as a pet. Put them in a little. I don't know what you put them in. Like a drop of water. Here's your drop of water you wanted. Like, where do tardigrades hang out? I don't think they care. I don't think they give a shit. Who cares? Who cares? You know what people really care about? Guns and goo. People talk a lot about goo these days. Me, I'm still on that dust shit. I'm looking at Rust is good. I'm getting into Rust as well. Cobwebs, just anything you got on the floor. I'm all in on floor business. If you're wondering, you know, what I'm doing with these things that I'm talking about, I don't do anything with them. I just contemplate them. You have 30 seconds to comply with the following order. Now now go outside. And now look up in a tree. You see me waving at you? Yeah, hi, hello. So go back inside and draw the curtain, get in bed, turn the lights off, have an existential freak out for like 3 months. Don't leave the house. 3 months later, you leave the house. So you go to this nice restaurant, and the waiter comes up, and he's grating the cheese over your food. And you say, that's good. And it just keeps coming. So you say, that's enough cheese for me. But it keeps going, and you quickly realize it's getting serious. At that point, you look up, and guess who you see? The fucking rat from Ratatouille. Look behind him. It's me. I'm there too. Me and the rat are there. So this time you don't leave the house for 6 months. So, thank you for complying with my orders. I can't wait till the next time you can comply with my orders. It was a fun time. I think for you, and I think it was fun for me. Well, it's not a touchscreen. Hey, it could be. It's never been a touchscreen. I've had it for 15 years, but you never know. This is an old-ass monitor. This monitor is older than Christmas. It's older than Christmas. The concept of Christmas, like the invention of Christmas. An alcoholic man named Santa Claus. He did it. Actually, he started it as a pyramid scheme. And what he said is, you know, if you can get these 3 people to dress up in red and grow a beard and get big, if you can convince 3 of them and 3 of their friends and 3 of their friends to do that and 3 of those friends, then we'll have infinite Santa Clauses and we can keep Christmas going long after I die next year of alcoholism. And he did. Weird that he would say that, so prescient. Thus, Christmas was born. All the stuff about Jesus, I think that was like, a lot of people cite the Bible for a lot of those stories, but I think they're actually just, I think they saw like an old episode of some show. I don't know where they got the idea about a baby being born in a manger. I'm just gonna fling this window around my screen for no reason. Once again, a smart man uses the computer. And he's smart at the computer. He's arguably not as smart as the computer. The computer can do math. The man cannot do math. He can count. Which, I mean, it's a useful skill. Like, you know, I think I'm better than people who can't count. So, babies. But babies are better than me in other ways. Babies have food on demand without having to lift a finger. Babies are very cute, and it's good to be cute. That rests my argument, Your Honor. It's a good time of life. You liked it. You liked being a baby. Even if you don't remember it, I remember every single second of it. I remember each Goo Goo and every Gaga. I had a favorite pacifier. It was a pacifier that just said Free Palestine. And I just thought it really resonated with me. So maybe I was just kind of ahead of the curve on some things, you know? So anyway, so human bodies, huh? It's fine to have them. We need to do a better job. Let's fix the human body. I'll start. I'll just throw an idea out there. The dick and balls need to be able to contract into their own compartment, as in like a Murphy bed situation. They need to be able to recede into the flesh part of like the stomach or something. They just kind of go up like landing gear. Because there are times where they're just in the way. Like, let's face it. And this would be maybe like sort of a Bluetooth control thing or something, so you could control it remotely. I don't know why you need to do that, but it could lead to interesting situations for you. And I just think that would be a good starting point. Like, it seems like it's completely technologically feasible. It doesn't seem like it's out of reach. This has been my dream. So, I guess this is gonna be my big break, and I'll see you fucking dorks on the way down. Because Murphy balls and dick is gonna go far. The dick and balls they've gotten in the way of, you know, just taking a piss. It's hard because there's like more stuff than you need. Time to piss. There's 2 other guests who've shown up. Who are these people? Not required. Now you could argue if you use... Now I'm going to talk about this in depth. I would argue if you use the Y-front, as they call it in England, correctly, then the balls could stay out of the picture. The balls stay home. This is a one-man mission. Those 2 guys hold down the fort. You know what I mean? But who has time for that? You just pull it out. Or you just pull the whole thing out, right? And you pull your pants all the way down. You take off your shoes and socks and your shirt. That's normal. Well, I don't know. I might be done. I'll be done with this now. Yes, I'll be done with this. Well, thank you for watching. And don't fucking ever come back here. Don't ever come here. Don't bring your kid. Don't bring your pet. It's never bring your kid to my stream day. That doesn't even make any sense. How would that day make any sense? Think these things through before I think of you saying them in my head. Be smarter.